Hey guys, today I'm going to share a super special treat with you. It is my most famous, most requested recipe or thing that I make. It is, drumroll, Almond Roca. So this recipe actually is something I used to sell, not the recipe, but the candy itself, and people love it. It makes a great gift at Christmas time or over the holidays. It's a super straightforward, simple recipe, only has a couple of ingredients, but the process can trip people up. So I thought I'd shoot a little tutorial on how it is done. Start, grab a heavy bottom saucepan and turn it on over medium heat. Add 1 cup salted butter. Salt is important because it will help make sure the mixture stays stable throughout and it doesn't separate. Personally, I like Gay-Lee. Next, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of cold filtered water to the mixture. After that comes 1 cup of granulated sugar, and once that's all in together, we're going to grab a heat-resistant spatula and give it a little bit of a stir. You'll probably want to have a little plate or something by your stove to rest your spatula on throughout the process. That melts, prepare your cookie sheet by greasing it using the foil from the butter that you had put in the recipe. Back to the mixture. As you can see, it's melted down into a homogeneous mix. It still looks pale and anemic though, and we need to bring it to that rich, warm caramel brown color. We're going to stir occasionally as it boils away over medium heat. The whole process will take about 30 minutes. We'll also add a pinch of cream of tartar to help ensure the sugar doesn't crystallize and help with texture. At this point, you're going to want to put in your candy thermometer if you have one. If not, you can use the cold water technique. As you can see, I just put a dollop of the mixture into a glass of icy water. I pulled it out and it's super bendy, it's still malleable, it's not at that hard crack phase. Because we're making Almond Roca and not a soft, chewy toffee, we want to bring it to 295 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll mix it up a little bit longer with the thermometer in. And if you're using the icy cold water technique, you can take a dollop of the mixture and just place it in a cup of water that you have beside the stove. Once you fish out that little mixture, you can see it's almost instantly hardened. And what you can't hear right now, but when I bend it, it snaps and cracks in half. This means that the candy is done. At this point, you're going to want to keep stirring, pull out the thermometer, and turn off the stove top. You'll grab 1 cup of roasted almonds and pour them in and mix it. At this point, you need to move quickly to make sure the sugar doesn't burn. So I started to pour the mixture onto a greased cookie sheet we previously prepared, and I'm spreading it about 1 centimeter thick, and as it cools, it will harden. I'm just using a rubber nonstick heat-resistant spatula to do this. Now take 60 grams of both milk and dark chocolate and melt it down. And now we're going to take that chocolatey goodness, that liquid gold, and pour it all over the candy almond base that has cooled and set. You want to make sure it's in a nice, even, thin layer, spreading side to side and all the way across the edges. You can then grab the leftover little bits of almonds from when you chopped them all up and sprinkle the almonds and the bits of dust across the candy, and oh my gosh, that should do it, guys. We'll let it sit, cool, harden, and then you can just transfer it to a cutting board and roughly break it up with a knife. Okay, we are done. The messy bun's coming out. But yeah, that is it. It's literally that straightforward. It's only a couple of ingredients. The one thing I will note is when there are only a few ingredients in whatever you're making, quality makes all of the difference. So like invest in the better chocolate, the better butter versus no name or cheaper stuff, because you don't want waxy chocolate. You're using so few ingredients, there's nothing to really hide or cover anything up. And when you're putting in the work and the effort, you want the best end product. So that's it. That's my last 2 cents. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you try it out and make it yourself. Package it up, give it away as gifts if you can wait that long and not eat it all as soon as it cools. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment below. If you have any questions, reach out, and be sure to subscribe. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and